Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are looking at the NBA Prize Picks plays for Monday, January the 9th. We have a 6-game slate today. We also have the big national championship, so it's going to be a fun night of sports. Let's go ahead and get started. As always, if you enjoy the videos, appreciate it for the like button, subscribe. If you haven't already, you can check out the links in the description. And let's get started. So, looking at the point guard plays today, your top play is, well, price-wise, is Ja Morant. He sat out last night's game just because it was a back-to-back, most likely. Should be good to go tonight against a bad Spurs team. Expect Ja Morant to have a great game. You know, he's a fine play, but you have a couple of other guys that look good and that are cheaper, like CJ McCollum at 85, De'Aaron Fox at 87. I think both look like great plays. They also, especially Fox, is a great matchup going up against a poor Magic's defense. First meeting against them, he gave you almost 50 fantasy points. He's been playing really well recently. Had a great fourth quarter last game, and they're at home, so it should be a high-scoring affair. This one, where it's also a spot where Fox at home is averaging, over 3 more fantasy points, 3.5. So he's the first guy I'm looking at. I'm also going to be plugging in CJ McCollum at the guard spot right out of the gate because Brandon Ingram said he's probably going to return at some point during this 5-game road trip, but he's already been ruled out for tonight's game. So McCollum is going to continue to be able to do his thing. You're getting a ton of shots for him every night. He's playing good minutes. It's a fine matchup without Bradley Beal in Washington. Pelicans should be able to hang in there. McCollum has done a little worse on the road, but not having Ingram there, not having Zion, it's just a spot where I'm going to continue just to ride with McCollum. It's pretty safe, right around 40-plus fantasy points you can expect. And if he's playing really well, we've seen his 60-point upside. So the price tag, considering some of these other guys that are more expensive than him, I think he looks really good. I like those guys better than like Brunson. Westbrook's been playing good if you wanted to consider him, but tougher matchup going into Denver. Last game against the Kings, you expected a shootout, and it was. Value-wise, Markelle Fultz playing good for the Magic. He had 6 steals last game. And another value piece that we're looking at, I'll plug him in at shooting guard, is going to be $4,000 Josh Richardson, who's playing really well recently, and he's getting the minutes because of Devin Vassell being ruled out. He's missed a few games already. He's already been ruled out for tonight. He's probably not going to play until after the All-Star break. And Keldon Johnson, he's questionable. He missed last game and left early the game before that. So Richardson, even though he comes off the bench, he still plays about almost starter-level minutes at times, close to 30 in close games, 29 last game. He's gotten over 30 DraftKings points twice in the last 3 games, and they are looking for offense when they don't have Vassell, and if they don't have Keldon Johnson, like Richardson, a veteran, can definitely supply that on a very young team. So on like FanDuel, he's $5,300, I believe, so you're getting a nice price tag on DraftKings to take advantage. Small forward plays, probably a spot where you could look to go cheaper here. You have RJ Barrett might be looking to come back. He's actually been listed as doubtful, so he's not been ruled out, but he's probably not going to play tonight. Michael Porter Jr. as a value piece, 59, looks good. Kevin Huerter at 57. And I'm looking to plug him in for right now. There's not a ton at small forward that I'm looking at too much here in the 5K range. But Huerter is the guy that plays good minutes. He gets a lot of shots off, especially a lot of threes off. He can give you rebounds, give you a couple defensive stats, some assists as well. Playing mid-30s in minutes. It's a great matchup against the Magic. He had a tough game against them the first time out, but over his last 10 days, he's shooting really well from the outside and just shooting really well in general, so continues that. I like him better than like Harrison Barnes, who's a little cheaper at $100. Power forward plays, top end is like LeBron. I like him a lot. You can go all the way up to Giannis if you wanted to. Paolo Banchero at $8,200 looks solid. You can go to Jaren Jackson if you wanted to. And then, depending on if Steven Adams is going to play today, he was missed last game with the illness. You could look to Aldama as a value. And then, last but not least, at center, you have Jokic, who looks great against the Lakers. I think he might look better than Giannis today, just with how good of a matchup it is. Vooch's been playing great. He's only $8K. His price went up a little bit. The guy I'm going to is going to be Thomas Bryant. He's $6,300. He's really benefited without Anthony Davis playing big minutes. He's been producing. Gave them a ton of offensive rebounds last game and rebounds in general. He's been killing it on the glass. And he hustles every single time he's out there. First time against the Nuggets, he played 23 minutes, gave you still 34 fantasy points. And he's just been playing really well right now, playing with a lot of confidence. His field goal percentage, a lot of looks right at the basket, 72% almost. So this price tag, got to look to him as a value piece. And that's about it for DraftKings. Let's talk about FanDuel. All right, on FanDuel, point guard pick, I have CJ McCollum locked in. He's $8,700. The top three are similar priced. On DraftKings, you have Morant and Fox, then CJ McCollum. I like McCollum a ton. Other picks would be looking to maybe like Drew Holiday. Don't really like Fultz at that price tag. And you can look to Dennis Schroeder at 58. He's been playing good, especially with them missing some role players. Shooting guard, Franz Wagner at 66. It's a great matchup. It's going to be one of the good spots to target tonight, the Magic and the Kings game. Wagner at 66. He's a lot cheaper than guys like Markelle Fultz. He looks good there. You can go Desmond Bane if you wanted to. Herter still looks solid at 61, but I like Wagner for just 500 more, and you can go down to Schroeder if you wanted to. Small forward, another spot where it's a little lackluster in terms of the value pieces. So looking below 7,000, you have Desmond Bane, Herter, Michael Porter, and it kind of just dies off. I don't really want to get to Richardson at 53. Sohan's pricey. Keegan Murray's 5K. You could look at maybe Trey Murphy, but he's been struggling a bit. If they do get Troy Brown back and he's in the starting lineup at $3,800, he looks like a good value piece. And then continuing with the Magic pieces, put in Paolo Banchero at only $7,900. Love that price tag on him. He's playing better recently. He had a great game against the Kings the first time they played him. Dropped 33 real-life points. And the matchup is so good against like Keegan Murray, who's definitely doesn't have the size to match up to. Banchero, and even like Harrison Barnes doesn't have the size to match up with Banchero. He's even though he's a rookie, he's built like he's been in the league for 10 years. And then last but not least, at center, I have Thomas Bryant because pricey, a little bit more pricey on FanDuel at 68, but compared to the options, I like him more than Jaren Jackson, then Vooch, then Porzingis, and Valanciunas. And then other guys in the 6K range, might as well try to get up to Bryant instead of looking at like Lopez or Portis when Giannis and Holiday are there. So that's what I have for you guys today on this DraftKings and FanDuel slate. I'll be making a prize picks video right after this. So best of luck, and I'll catch you all next time.